All right, y'all. I really want to talk about the Mavs tonight, but I know y'all are probably a little more interested to hear about the Lakers perspective because I know I just did a Mavs video yesterday. So we're going to talk about this Lakers loss tonight against my Dallas Mavericks, a game in which they were up 50-44 with a couple minutes left in the second quarter. Mavs go on an 11-0 run to close the quarter, take a 5-point lead that they would never relinquish, outscoring the Lakers by another 8 points each quarter in the third and fourth quarter, win by 21. Really a pretty dominating performance from that 50-44 score and on. And the type of game that you would expect the Lakers to win. Yes, they were on the road, but the Mavs don't have Luka, don't have Kyrie, don't have Daniel Gafford. Second night of a back-to-back as well for the Mavs. You would expect that they'd probably come out flat, come out tired, maybe not play great. And I think that's kind of what the Lakers expected from a Mavs team that had lost 5 games in a row and clearly has been reeling without Luka and Kyrie. I think the Lakers kind of just came into this game lazy and got their butts handed to them. Plain and simple. Mavs shot 52%, 47% from three. Lakers were 45%, 31% from three. So a significant difference there, and really a dominating performance by the Mavs in the second half and into first half of this game. The type of loss that concerns me. It's the type of loss that has been emblematic of the Lakers season. The inconsistency of this team, I think, will be their downfall, and it's the type of thing that they're going to have to master if they want to be viewed as serious contenders in the West. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 2,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. With that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's discuss this Lakers roster. So tonight, I will say Anthony Davis was not particularly impressive to me at all. Finishes with 21 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. But the honest truth is, AD, he was minus 19 tonight. Austin Reeves was minus 25. I felt like that the Lakers had a lot of opportunities to attack switches with Anthony Davis. And yet the Mavs, I mean, they switched basically every single high pick and roll the entire game. And the Lakers did not consistently try to attack that. Now, I will give the Mavs credit. They did a good job of having guys like Najee Marshall and PJ Washington on the ball against Reeves and LeBron, players like that. So they were switching some real size and competitiveness onto AD, but he just did not seem like he wanted to dominate the ball tonight. Felt like this could have easily been a game where AD takes over and has 36 points and 17 rebounds, and instead he's 21 and 12. It was just one of those nights where it felt like he was too passive and he needed to play better and play bigger for them to win this game. LeBron was pretty good. He had a huge highlight reel dunk over Derek Lively in the first quarter, but 18 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, better plus minus than all of the other starters except for Rui. I thought he was pretty good, but he just didn't get great help tonight. Max Christie had a great second quarter, but besides that was kind of a non-factor. Dorian Finney-Smith has been pretty good since joining the Lakers, and I think he's a huge piece, and I think he's going to be a really, really good piece. But tonight, it just wasn't there. And honestly, what concerned me more about tonight's game was not that they didn't play great offensively. I thought the Mavs came out with a lot of effort defensively, played well. Lakers missed some shots, and while I think, again, AD could have been better and some things could have been better tonight, didn't think they were like a totally atrocious offensively. Some shots just didn't fall. The concern for me, if I am a Lakers fan, was the defense. Too many easy shots. Klay Thompson, 3 threes in a row to end the first half. Jaden Hardy gets 3 catch-and-shoot three-point looks in a row in the third quarter when the Lakers were in the middle of coming back, and stretches the lead out to 12 after it had just been about a 3-point game, 4-point game, something along those lines. And it was just, there were moments in this game where the Lakers had opportunities to claw back into it and just felt like they did not attack closeouts, not offensively, but they did not close out aggressively enough. They just didn't seem super cohesive and super connected defensively. Too many easy shots, too many defensive breakdowns, too many dribble penetration opportunities given up that created open shots for guys like PJ Washington, who was 3 of 3 from the corner from 3 tonight, and guys like Quentin Grimes, who really, again, had another huge game. 23 points on high level efficiency, 9 rebounds and 6 assists as well. Shout out Quentin Grimes. As a Mavs fan, again, I know this isn't a Mavs video, but I was very impressed by their ability to play this well again on a second night of a back-to-back 5-game losing streak without their 2 best players. Like, this was an impressive win for Dallas and a painful loss for the Lakers, because this is the type of loss for a team that's been playing better as of late that you want to win. It's the type of game you expect to win. And again, I've mentioned it multiple times already on this channel. The inconsistency and bipolar nature of this team is the biggest concern. They start off the season win 3 in a row. They then lose 4 out of 5. They then win 6 in a row. They then lose 7 out of 9. Then they go on this stretch where they've won a pretty good chunk. They won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of 8, win the next 2 after a loss to Cleveland, which is an understandable loss. And then they're down 20-something to Houston in the first half. They did fight back into that game, but wound up losing that one because they just were lackadaisical in the first half. A loss against a Dallas team tonight that, yes, Dallas is a really good basketball team, but not a loss you would expect them to take but tonight by any means. This is the type of game that you expect the Lakers to win. And so again, where that puts them is the 6th seed in the West, 20-16, in an area where it's a very precarious situation, considering the Clippers just got Kawhi back and have looked really, really solid lately. The Timberwolves are lurking, and maybe they'll be able to figure some things out and start to build a run. The Mavs, again, are going to be without Luka for a while still, going to be without Kyrie for another week or so. But this is, again, a loss where you want to establish yourselves above these teams. You want to start making a run at the Nuggets. You want to be battling for a top 4 seed, at least consistently battling to stay out of the play-in. And this is the type of loss that concerns me, because there's been a lot of progress overall lately for the Lakers, especially defensively. But nights like tonight prove that laziness and lack of attention to detail certainly still exists with this team. And you look at the numbers and look, their last 12 games before tonight, which is since they inserted Max Christie into the starting lineup, they have the 8th best defensive rating in basketball. They've been really, really solid. I mean, offensive rating has been 12th in the league. That's not bad either. Their net rating has been top 10 in basketball as the 9th best net rating in basketball in the last 12 games. Like, significant growth from this Lakers team as of late compared to prior to that, where they were, I mean, let's look at the numbers. They were what? 5th worst off defensive rating in the league. Net rating prior to that was 7th worst in the league. I mean, they were really struggling prior to their last 12 games, despite having a decent record. The numbers represented a pretty bad basketball team. But lately, they've been pretty good. The problem is the lack of attention to detail and the lack of ability to sustain this consistency has been the problem for the Lakers this season. And it's the thing that concerns me about this team's aspirations to make a deep run in the playoffs this year. And I mean, I don't think they're serious title contenders, but I think they'd like to fancy themselves as such. And you have to find more consistency and more sustainability on both ends of the court if that's what you want to be. Because look, AD's having a monster year. He has not been quite as dominant recently, but he's having a great year. Austin Reeves is a legit third co-star who's got good efficiency, real playmaking chops, and is a super talented player. I mean, Bron has been awesome since his 8-day sabbatical. Really has been great as of late. He's up to 24, 9, and almost 8 this season. Really, I know the turnovers are high for him, but he's been really, really good, especially lately. He's also shooting almost 40% from 3 again, which has been really impressive. Rui's been a knockdown 3-point shooter this season. Dorian Finney-Smith was over 44% in Brooklyn and made some tough shots tonight. I think he's going to be a key piece. Max Christie, again, has been a big addition to the starting lineup in terms of his 3-and-D versatility. Connect, we know he's a knockdown shooter and can get hot at any time and be a big offensive piece. Gabe Vincent, I actually think, has been kind of decent as well. Now, Cam Reddish, Shake Milton remains to be seen if either of those guys are going to wind up being consistent rotation pieces and consistent contributors to this team. But at the end of the day, my concern with the Lakers is that consistency. That's going to be the biggest thing. They're a roster that I think is decently talented because they use a backup big, sure. Do they have the assets to go out and make another move at the deadline? They do. Will they? That's a whole other question. We really don't know. But either way, a night like tonight and a game like tonight, from the Lakers' perspective, is a bad loss, and it's the type of loss that reiterates the stereotype of this team just not having enough to play at a consistently high level and prove themselves to be among the NBA's elite. And they have to be better than they were tonight. Like, I know it's just one game, but it's one of those games that was emblematic, I felt at least, of the bigger issues that this Lakers team has had over the past couple seasons and the type of stuff that recently they've done a better job of preventing. Tonight was not good. You got to be better. And if you want to compete for a title, it just quite simply has to be better. This is not good enough, plain and simple. With that being said, that is going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more NBA content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.